You can be wrong 60% of the time and still make money. You can be right 70% and still lose. The difference comes down to risk-reward ratio. Not win rate alone. Not risk-reward alone. Both. Together. Risk-reward without win rate is meaningless. Win rate without risk-reward is a trap. The two work together to create expectancy. If you're optimizing one while ignoring the other, you're building a strategy that looks good on paper, but bleeds money in practice. Here's what traders get wrong. They see a 1-to-3 risk-reward ratio and think that's automatically good. It's not. Not if your win rate is 20%. You risk $100 to make $300. Sounds great. But you only win 20% of the time. That means in 10 trades, you win 2. 2 wins at $300 equals $600. You lose 8. 8 losses at $100 equals $800. 600 minus 800 is negative 200. You lost money with a 1-to-3 risk-reward because your win rate was too low for that ratio to work. Now flip it. 70% win rate. Sounds amazing. But your risk-reward is 1-to-1. You risk 100 to make 100. In 10 trades, you win 7. 7 wins at 100 equals 700. You lose 3. 3 losses at 100 equals 300. 700 minus 300 is positive 400. You made money, but barely. And here's the problem. If your win rate drops to 60%, still good, you're break even. 60% with 1-to-1 is the edge of profitability. You're one bad week away from negative expectancy. That's fragile. And fragile doesn't survive variance. So what's the relationship? It's simple. The lower your win rate, the higher your risk-reward needs to be. The higher your win rate, the lower your risk-reward can be. If you're winning 40% of the time, you need at least 1-to-2 just to break even. 1-to-3 to be profitable. If you're winning 60% of the time, 1-to-1 works. 1-to-2 is strong. The math has to balance. And if it doesn't, your expectancy is negative no matter how good it feels. Let's compare 2 traders. Trader A has a 70% win rate. 1-to-1 risk-reward. 10 trades. 7 wins at 100. 3 losses at 100. Net $400. Trader B has a 40% win rate. 1-to-3 risk-reward. 10 trades. 4 wins at 300. 6 losses at 100. 4 wins equals 1,200. 6 losses equals 600. Net $600. Trader B won less often, but made more money. Because the risk-reward was aligned with the win rate. That's how the math works. And if you're chasing high win rate without thinking about risk-reward, you're leaving money on the table. Or worse, losing money while feeling like you're winning. Here's the trap. High win rate feels good. Winning feels better than losing. And your brain wants to win more trades. So you tighten your profit targets. You take quick profits. You let your win rate climb to 60, 70, even 80%. And you think you're doing great. But your average win is shrinking. And your average loss stays the same. Now you're winning 80% of the time, but your risk-reward is 1-to-0.5. You risk 100 to make 50. The math doesn't work. You need to win more than 90% just to stay profitable. One bad streak and you're negative. That's the cost of chasing win rate without protecting risk-reward. Professional traders understand this. They don't optimize for win rate. They optimize for expectancy. And expectancy is the product of win rate and risk-reward together. Some pros have 40% win rates and thrive because they're targeting 1-to-3 or better. Others have 60% win rates with 1 to 1.5. Both work. Because both balance the math. What doesn't work is ignoring one side of the equation. You can't have a 20% win rate and expect to survive without huge risk-reward. And you can't have a 1-to-1 risk-reward and expect to survive if your win rate drops below 60. The two are connected. Always. So here's what you do. Calculate your current win rate. Calculate your current risk-reward. And check if they balance. If your win rate is 50%, you need at least 1-to-1 to break even. 1-to-2 to be profitable. If your win rate is 40%, you need 1-to-1.5 to break even. 1-to-3 to be strong. And if your numbers don't line up, you fix them. Either improve your win rate by being more selective, or improve your risk-reward by letting winners run longer. But you don't ignore the relationship. Because ignoring it is how traders end up with a strategy that wins often, but loses money. The math has to work. And the math only works when win rate and risk-reward are aligned. That's the secret. Not one or the other. Both.